formula says on the road that we never win, period. Right. So the best we can do is a tie, even against a crap team on the road like Chicago. And formula was right.
Yeah.
Right. And then formula would say at home, Minnesota is a good team. And you would say at best a tie, maybe even a loss.
Yeah.
And formula's right.
But I can't believe Minnesota. I mean, I know they're fourth place.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, Mikey Duck.
It's not what I predicted in that game either.
So let's just go with my overall. I wrote, if the Cincinnati game was one of the best played tactical games I've seen in MLS almost ever, this was one of the worst.
All right.
Uh-huh.
No lies told.
Yeah. I mean,
all right. So on to the loss on Saturday.
Yeah.
Talk us through your notes.
Okay, so first of all, Abram had one of the worst games, and in particular, first halves I have seen. So twice,
running into the goalkeeper and things.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Missing the header and then running the goalkeeper.
So twice there was a ball up in the air. He misjudged it, tried to snap at the header. Both times it went over his head. The first time he immediately turned around and grabbed the guy. And I think he never looked around. It was a miracle that it happened to be that he wasn't the last man back.
Yeah.
It could have, if Moreno hadn't been there. Oh, no, in this case, it was Cobb. Sorry. If Cobb hadn't been there, then that would have been a sending off.
Yeah.
And I don't think he had any idea that he wasn't. He just turned around and instinctively did it, which, with the guy back turned out to be smart.
Yeah.
He didn't know that. He could easily have been sent off. And then later, he did the same exact thing. Misjudged the ball, snapped it again, turned around, and ran slammed into Guzan.
Wasn't Gregerson available? Why didn't we play him?
Because we're very conservative about bringing people back from injuries.
Yeah.
Always. He did play in this game, finally. Okay. He came off the bench.
Yeah.
But only in the 80th minute or something. Pretty late.
Yeah. It's a game we need him. Yeah. I think you take that risk.
Yeah. We have to win these games.
Yeah, what was his injury again?
So it was hamstring, I think.
Hamstring, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
that is a tough one.
No. Sorry, meniscus. He had surgery for his meniscus.
Okay.
So I think actually, to be honest, surgery for the meniscus, you can push it right back.
Yeah, hamstring, you don't want to.
There are players I was, I had surgery because my knees are terrible now, and during the surgery, they were saying, the two guys at Emory, Dr. X and Dr. Labib, were saying a lot of times with professional Falcons players or even Georgia Tech, UGA football players, right? They'll do a meniscus or something like that, small in the knee. They'll do it on a Thursday. They play Saturday or Sunday.
Amazing.
Really?
Yeah, some of the knee surgery stuff is just so precise.
So,
Okay.
But anyway, in the meantime, he let a ball go out because he thought it was a goal kick. It turned out to be a corner. And then early in the half, there was a ball dropping, from the air. He looked around, was under zero pressure, and then literally he was like a 3-year-old kid in Little League, just punted it up the field. I'm like, what kind of professional doesn't bring that down and find a pass?
Yeah.
He's just I got to get it out of here. I mean, that's not a player who's an international that's looking confident or
kick
whatever.
It, Boomer.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, dear.
There was a rec team I played on, and one of the kids' nickname was Boomer because that's all he did. It's just played in the back, and as soon as it was a kickball.
Okay.
Those are the days, though. Come on.
Second, third grade, get him, Boomer.
You kind of boot it.
So I think I want to come back to some things towards the end of the game, but let's go right to the highlight because this is what I want to show, and then we'll go on the tactical board and we'll show, what I think has been a problem, right? If anybody saw my Twitter thread, it was about the problem that we have in pinching in. So, and the reason why it's killing us. So here we're going to show you a clip from Atlanta versus Minnesota. It's the 58th minute. Minnesota's up 1-0. And I backed it up quite a bit because I want to tell you how long Minnesota has the ball. This is not and they're going to go from their right back all the way to the left forward, all the way back to the right back. So if there's any thought that, well, maybe Wiley gets caught or whatever, it can't be because he has 30 seconds to figure it out. Okay.
You can take the controls.
All right. So let's play the clip, right? So right now Minnesota has the ball at right back. right? They play into the center. He switches it out to the left, right? For unknown reasons, he decides not to go forward. He plays back. He was wide open because Lennon was pinched in. They play back to their left back. He plays it to the middle, right? Now they play to the right back and freeze, right? Oh, let me go a little bit. All that time. And okay, where is Wiley in this clip?
Yeah.
And
so
this, there he is.
This gets into the thread that Dave tried to explain. Like, look, there's the idea of being compact in soccer, and that is a principle of soccer. I get it, but the principle for the sake of a principle is no good, in my opinion, if it's not helping you at all. And there's zero balance in this youth league idea of getting back and in, which, again, like I said, I was taught that growing up. But in this case, you have to, as a pro player, get out and be putting pressure on him as that ball recycles out. Now, are you telling me that who's tracking back there, that was his responsibility?
Well, you know what you're going to see?
No way.
No, you want to see what I think is really crazy, and I'm going to get on the tactical board in a minute to show you exactly what happens. So not only is Wiley here in the middle, right, and he's standing next to a Brahm, right, and they're two guys covering one, while they literally played all the way from their left forward, all the way back to the middle, played it over, and they left this guy wide open. Why would we give somebody a chance to get up the field wide open? And I'm going to talk after this about the stats, but first let's show you. Look who they think is responsible. So not only is Wiley inside, but Wiley's not going to come out here ever. Watch who tracks him.
No, that's not really tracking.
I was like, what just happened?
That's
all right.
Let's
go back
That's
again.
called ball watching.
All right. But so who, right? So you know who this is?
Is that Saba?
It's Saba. That is what I'm pointing out to you. They not only is he pinched in, but they expect Saba to cover that guy so much to the point where Saba starts this above the half field line, right? And does Wiley come over yet? No. He's waiting for Saba. 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 Saba kind of gets.
Yeah.
That's our tactic.
Yeah.
That is our tactic, people.
And so, if that's our tactic, then you can say Sabo is being lazy. He wasn't giving 100%. But does that make any damn sense for that to be our tactics?
No.
No,
it even looks like Saba's looking for somebody to be like, that's not me. What are y'all doing back there?
Okay, now, all right. So this is the very end of the play where the winger ends up right at the top of our 18. Okay, so let's say Abram or Wiley or Saba wins the ball, right? So people have been wondering, we've had zero productivity or not much productivity from our wingers, Saba, Mascara, right? Wolf.
Yeah.
Right.
And by the way, it's 6 versus 3 here. Like, what could have possibly been the harm of Wiley going out and pressuring that?
Nothing.
And in what world does that not make sense for him to be out on him freaking earlier?
He's heating up. He's on fire.
And here, what I want to focus is on, we've focused on a lot, right, on this defensively and how shambolic it is, and it clearly is. But I want to focus on it offensively, right? Because if we win the ball here, who do we have to play to? So Saba, let's go to the tactical board.
Yeah, and we should easily win this ball with the.
Yeah, we got 3v1.
Still
nobody steps up to him. And Abram just continues to back up and back up and back up and back up and never challenge for the ball ever, which is terrible. He just looks like afraid all the time.